Is dude doing... Yes.
Yeah. Is dude?
I feel like he's going to kill me. He's staring right at me while he does bush thing.
Alright, so I'm back in Lalo here. I got the light. I got the dash. I got the stereo. I got cluster. Gauge cluster. I got the horn. If I touch these two wires here together, if I touch those together, I got a horn. So anytime I'm going to wreck, I just take off this electrical tape and touch the two wires together, let them know. But anyway, so I'm going to wire this toggle for the ignition because I got to run a 12 volt wire straight to the coil instead of the stupid wire that comes out of the actual fuse block down here. So I got this here toggle, right? Here we do the toggle. Here we do the toggle. So then I'm going to put it down here in this hole. I drilled this hole. It's going to be underneath. That's a vent, but it's going to be underneath there. It's not quite big enough yet, but I just one in there. And so I got to give me a little bit bigger job yet. Not quite. A little bigger. Okie dokie. That'll do her. That'll do her. Alright, so now that I got the hole drilled, which honestly was... that was the bitch part I wasn't looking forward to. Now I just got to run a couple wires. One from the battery back to this toggle. Straight from the hot on the battery back to this toggle. And then one off the other side of the toggle to the coil, to power the coil. And also I noticed the other day that my, my fan, my electric fan, is also down on voltage. It's only running at like 5 volts or some shit. So I'm gonna run one to the coil off of this and one to the fan off of this. I hope that fucking fan doesn't draw too many amps. Fuck. Hope it doesn't draw too many amps and kind of underpower my coil. But hope I got big enough gauge wire to handle that kind of current. This I forget how many amps this toggle is, but it's it was the biggest one they sold. It's like fucking 35 amps or something like that. I don't know how many amps the fan actually draws, but we're gonna wire it that way and see if it fucking works or if it fucking cooks the wires. Because I'm definitely not gonna look for the amperage on the fan. So I'm thinking I got that switch up in front. And I got to run 2 wires through the firewall. So I can either run them quick and easy through the driver's side firewall and then route them up around here and then over here to the coil and to the battery. Or I can come from the switch underneath the dash all the way to the passenger side and then just have them pop through the passenger side and come out here. I don't know which is easier because I'll have to tie the wires up underneath the dash if I go to the passenger side, but at the same time I can get to the passenger side here. Over there? Nope. Not getting over there. Over here's okay, so I There's no pedals and bullshit and steering column over here. I think I'm just going to go through the passenger side firewall and then kind of tuck them up in there and cram them up under the dash over to the toggle switch. I think that'd be easier and cleaner. I got heater hoses and cut off AC lines, and these little buggers right here coming through, or they used to be for windshield washer fluid. Right? None of that is used anymore. I got one wire coming through here through the firewall without a grommet. No idea what it's actually going to or anything. I might just poke those other two wires through that hole. Maybe I'll make that hole a little bigger, put a grommet in it. This is going to be straight 12 volts straight from the battery. If that wire if that wire wears through on the firewall, we're definitely going to have a fire. And a lot of smoke and a lot of electrical hotness. And a breakdown will definitely not be running. So yeah, maybe I do need a grommet in there. Alright, we'll see. Alright, so if you can see, there's a couple of red wires back there. Popped a hole in the firewall, ran them through underneath the whole dash and tied them up in there. Now they're sticking out here. And so I gotta wire the goddamn switch now. I don't have a tripod with me right now, so probably just going to show you the end result after this. Good old Dudeser started missing Dad. Crawled up in through the door, laid down in the seat. Yeah, buddy. Oh, how you doing, huh? Pretty good. You missing old Dad? Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
And this isn't run yet, you know what I mean? Like, this is, we're equal here, but...
Found himself a spot.
Because if I take...
Even went as far as shrink wrapping them. These, you know, this is dealing with 12 volts straight off the battery. So, you don't want these things arcing out accidentally on stuff. I've had that happen. One of these wires accidentally grounds here with something behind the dash or something. The whole wire just melts and fries instantly, and your car shuts off, and you can't breathe. Like, it's real bad. So I went ahead and did them upright, you know. And then I'm gonna poke this thing back here behind the hole, and then poke it out the hole and screw it on there. Here's the wires coming out the firewall. I got a grommet around them and shit. Right now they just back up right over here to the battery, but I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go. I got a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to wrap those in some plastic like conduit stuff.
The 984 didn't work.
But that's the idea.